What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big John G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. And it is inconceivable that I haven't gotten this game to the table sooner. Actually, I only just unboxed it. Well, that's not really true. The unboxing was a few months ago, but I just got the video up to go this Wednesday here. So, yeah, it is conceivable, I guess. So I guess I was using that word incorrectly. I do not think that word meant what I think it meant. But here we are, the Princess Bride Adventure Book Game by Ravensburger. Good for the 4 players, ages 10 and up. And this recreates the book and the movie to the point where it is literally a book. And one of the things that you got to do is you got to keep the sick grandson entertained with how the story is going. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. The kid's a brat. So this follows each and every chapter. As you can see, this is chapter 1, As You Wish. So it says here, the story so far, it says, Buttercup enjoys nothing more than tormenting the farm boy, whose only reply is, as you wish. So besides the core rules of the game, each chapter has its own little rules addendum, and it tells you how to deal with the plot cards. And I'll explain all that as we're going through the game. Some really nice miniatures represent the characters very well. That man in black is literally all black, right? Buttercup is red, as a color of passion and love, right? So that fits. And we have the other miniatures also, but they're not needed for this scene. Each scene's a little bit different and plays out a little different. But the idea is you have to keep the story moving because the kid is a brat. Basically, that's it. The kid is a brat. And if you screw things up, then you have to start the chapter over and you flip this over, but you only get one replay per chapter. So you got to keep the little brat happy. So we're going to go through this. It has a really handy and large cheat card, which depicts the rules, everything for you. And I have the rule book handy. This is the first playthrough. Let's see how it goes, but it didn't look all that complicated. So now the first thing I need to do is, let me make sure that's the right deck. Yes, it is. Shogunstein! Why does Inigo look like Saul from Homeland? Because that's the best way I guess they could draw Inigo there. How you doing? I got that all shuffled up. We're going to shuffle up all the cards right now. These are our plot cards. And over here, we have our special. Our special cards. We got the story cards here, and these are special. They look the same because the 2 decks will get integrated. He sounds less Jewish in The Princess Bride. Well, consider the fact that he was playing a Spaniard, I guess that was appropriate. And Mandy Patinkin did a pretty good job, I think, in that role. It's one of his most iconic roles, and he's a very iconic actor. Like him, love him, or leave him, he's a very iconic actor. The movie was absolutely fantastic on so many different levels. There were Spanish Jews before the Inquisition. But nobody expected the Inquisition. Don't forget that. Oh, I got to look into it. Is there any Monty Python games? I mean, other than Monty Python Flux. I'm going to look into that now. The Inquisition, what a show. Call in the nuns. Oh, Mel Brooks. Love Mel Brooks. Also, yeah, between Monty Python and Mel Brooks, we've had a good couple of pokes at the Inquisition over the years. All right, so let's get things started. So the first thing I want to do is I get to have 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, and this is a cooperative game if you're playing more than one player, so it doesn't matter if everyone sees your cards. And depending on some of the things you do, you can use any cards to do certain things. And then other things call for very specific cards, like you need a courage card, or you need a revenge card, or, of course, True love. So here goes the cards that I have. No real need to hide them or anything. So I got a revenge, I got one love, I got two love, adventure, and another. Oh, and a courage. Courage. Need some courage. All right. Now, the first thing that you have to do is you can move. There's move, there's storytell, there's draw, there's plot, and there's discard. So with move, I think this is a problem with one player because it doesn't play. There's no difference in the rules between one player or if you're playing 2 to 4. But one thing I'm looking forward to, well, not really looking forward to, that's not the right way to phrase it. One thing I'm worried about happening here is that because there's only one player a turn, it may slow things down. Anyway, let's see how this works out. So for move, I can move a single character, 0, 1, or 2 spaces, or I can move 2 characters 1 space. Now, what I want to do is we have these chores, and if there's none left here to pull from when you have to do chores, then I'm going to lose. So I have to make sure the chores get done. This is a miracle. You can draw extra cards if you spend miracles. So what is it I have to do? What is it I have to do? Well, look at over here. These are the challenges that I'm going to have to pass for this particular challenge. First one is as you wish, then true love, and then seek fortune, and then I'm done with the first chapter. So, and these can be done in any order, as far as I can tell. Yeah. So for as you wish, it requires there be 2 or fewer chores. I have 3 out right now. I would have to get rid of one. And then Wesley and Buttercup both have to be at the barn. And then that will be considered completed if I spend a love card. If I spend a love card. So I have to do that with those 3 and see how I do. What did I miss here? Shogunstein. Ravensburger and Funko games are usually pretty well explained in the rulebook and easy to get to the table. They are, because they're not very fidgety. They don't have a ton of fidgety little rules that you're going to have to always keep track of. They're very straightforward games by these companies. So, first thing, like I said, is move. So this looks really easy to do. I already got it plotted out in my mind. So, first thing I can do is move a single character up to 2 spaces. Or 2 characters, 1 space. So if I move him 2 spaces, 1, 2, here to the well, I've completed the move action. And then moving on to storytelling action, you can do these in any order. I can discard any number of cards and move 1 character 1 space per discarded card. So this is a way to get extra moves out if you're going to need it. Also, I can complete a challenge. I can play special cards, which I don't have any of at the moment. You can trade a single card with any other player, and that's the way it reads. I went through it in the rule book as well, besides the little cheat card, and it does not anywhere specify that the 2 players have to be, or more, have to be on the same space. It doesn't anywhere. I can use a miracle to draw 3 cards from the story deck, or I can use a miracle to draw one of the special cards. Okay, that's what I can do for storytelling. So what I want to do is I want to spend 3 cards that are not love. Or courage. I'm going to save courage. So that leaves these 3 right here. Integrity, adventure, and revenge. So we're going to discard these over here. The cards do have nice art. Yeah, Shogunstein. Very nice art. Reminiscent of an older style. Almost Norman Rockwell, maybe. Yeah. So by discarding these 3 cards, I can move her 1, 2, 3. So now I can complete a challenge. No, wait, I can know here. Chapter rules. Chores during the storytelling phase, which is what I'm in right now. It says that the active player may discard a card to move a chore counter in Wesley's space to the list of chores. So I guess I am going to have to spend the courage. I'll spend the courage card, and that will get rid of this. And then I will spend a love card, leaving me with one card, a love card. Then I will spend my love card to activate this. So the requirements have been made for as you wish. There must be 2 or fewer chore counters on the map. There are 2. And Buttercup must be in the same space. Buttercup and Wesley. They are in the same space. They're both at the well. I spent love. I spent one of the hearts. So that passed this. So now I can take this counter here that keeps falling out of my hands, and I place this over here, signifying that is done. That is completed. And for the reward, I get to draw 1 card from the special deck. So I shuffled this earlier when we first started, didn't I? Just in case. There. So then I'm going to draw the top card off of here and skip to the end. Do not draw a plot card this turn. Yes, a very strange wedding. All right, so this is in my hand. Now, also, any of the special cards, once they get spent, they don't go into a discard pile over here for the special cards. They actually go into your regular discard pile. And when this gets reshuffled, you're going to have all of these cards already in the deck waiting to go. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Okay, so that is everything for the storytelling I'm going to do. So now it says draw 2 cards from the story deck. Okay, so let's see. We're going to get 1 card. Revenge. And we're going to get Intrigue. Revenge and Intrigue. Actually, I do think these do have to be done in this order. So it doesn't make sense out of order. So forget what I said earlier. Now I get to draw a plot card. So I'm going to draw the top card from here and see what happens. All right, so 7. So 7 means I come over here, and it has a list, and it says for the plot table for 1 to 15, it says Farm Boy. That's supposed to be Buttercup. Farm Boy. It says place a chore counter from the list of chores on the space with the same number as the revealed plot card. So 7. So we're going to take a chore counter here and put it over here, 7, which is actually 1 spot away, right next to us. And then that's going to get discarded. Okay, that, and then discard if you have more than 6 cards in your hand, discard down to 6 cards. Okay. And that is literally the entirety of the turn action. And at this point, the next player would go. Since there is no next player, obviously then it'll just be me starting the round over again. This is why I think playing 1 player and there's no difference in the rules to change anything. I don't know, it feels stunted to me for the hero's side of it, playing against the game being the antagonist in this case. It feels a little stunted to me, actually. Okay, so now if there's no more chores in the list, then I got to put one out. We lose. Well, we don't lose, but we have to reset everything. Remember, you only get 1 reset per chapter. So next thing that I have to accomplish these 2 to finish. So True Love, the next one says, requires that Wesley and Buttercup be in the barn. And that's it. But I'm going to have to spend 2 hearts, 2 loves, and a, what was that, the rodents of unusual size. What was that, courage? I think that was courage. Yeah, and I had to spend a courage. And then, and those are upside down. That bothers me. And then we can put another one of these seals right there. So obviously I'm not going to be able to pull that off yet because all I have is 1 love, 1 intrigue, and 1 revenge. So yeah, that is not going to be working for me. So I should try to acquire things such as maybe that miracle star. 1, 2. So what if we move Buttercup let's move her 1, 2, and then we'll spend a card to move her 3, and that gets us the miracle. And I'm going to spend that right away to draw 3 cards. Love, adventure, and courage. Oh, courage. I miss Courage the Cowardly Dog. That was a funny show. Okay, so we actually have enough now to complete this as far as the cards go. As far as the cards go, because we have a mess in my hand here. So we have 2 loves and we have a courage. So now all I'm going to have to do is get them both at the barn. And, you know what? I'm going to play my special card. I understand. I was wondering why I would want to skip to the end. Now I know, because I don't have to draw a plot card. So I'm going to use that right away. And remember, the special card, and you notice the difference is, besides the obviously art is different, all the special cards have this little marking right down here. All the story cards don't. But now this is in my redraw pile for the discard, right? Very cool. Very cool. So I don't have to draw the plot cards, and everything skips to the end. That's fine. That's fine. Well, you know what? Hold on. The storytelling chapter or part here, I don't think I'm done with actually. Because how did I want to pull this off? Wait a second. It says not the challenge, not the discard. I played a special card. Trade. No, I guess not. I guess that is. That is it. Okay, so I can spend 2 cards, let's say, before I do this. Oh, I know why. Okay, but yeah, I see. Okay, this wasn't part of it, but I'll add it on. So I'll spend 2 cards to move Wesley 1, 2 to the barn. Then, so I have to change. I see. You have to play the special card during the storytelling. I was hoping I could play it after I draw 2 cards, but I can't. Okay, so let's drop this now then and not have to draw a plot card. So that brings us back to the top of the round. So I'm going to move 1, 2. I can't spend any of these cards I have because I need all 3 of these cards at the barn with the 2 of them to do True Love. The second of the challenges here. Not here. That's just a chore by the horse. I don't want to discard anything. There's no challenge, no special cards to play, no cards to trade with another player. All right, so I'm going to draw 2 cards. Revenge. And intrigue. Now we go to the plot. 19. Oh, 19 says move Buttercup to Wesley's space, then draw and resolve another plot card. Boom, that's where I needed her to be. 9. Yep, you're very smart. Shut up. Like that. So 9, again, 1 to 15, Farm Boy. Oh, by the way, the 19 was fetch me that picture. So Farm Boy, we're going to have to place a chore. 9, because that's the number that came up. I was right with the... Better start handling some of these chores next. Nothing to discard. So we're going to go right back up to the top with the move phase. Now, each chapter, by the way, each chapter is supposed to run about 15 minutes, and I know we're 19 and a half, approaching 20, and I'm only just getting halfway, a little more than halfway done with this. But remember that there's a lot of time added in with what I'm doing right now, stopping, talking, explaining, going through the rules. So far, I think time-wise, it's kind of on track if you take all that away. All right, so there's nobody I want to move. That would be detrimental to what I want to do right now. So I will discard, because they're both at the barn together, I will discard 2 loves and a courage. And that means true love. Oh, by the way, as you wish, there's the little text. I didn't read that to you. It says, that day she was amazed to discover that when he says, as you wish, what he meant was, I love you. Now, just completing this one, true love, it says, and even more amazing was the day that she realized she truly loved him back. Aww. All right, so we got one left to do. One left to do. Seek fortune. I'm running out of chores, so I better start doing. Some of them. But for seek fortune, I'm gonna need two. I don't have one right now. I need two adventure cards and one courage card. So these are expendable cards. If I need to spend cards on anything right now, these are expendable in my eyes. All right, so let's and there is no, if you notice, there's no back and forth. I'm not in charge of any one character. I'm not running Wesley and then I'm running Buttercup. A player's turn is just that. It's the player's turn, and that player, he or she's going to get a chance to move whichever piece and interact with however they want to do that. So I just want to make that clear in case you're wondering about me going back and forth or not going back and forth enough in your eyes. So that's why it can really be done any way you want, whoever you want. So again, I didn't move. I went to the storytelling. I went to complete challenge. There's no special cards. There's no trade for me to make. I already used my miracle. So we get to draw two from the story deck. Okay, adventure. I needed an adventure. I like the way that sounds. I needed an adventure. And love. True love. So now the plot card. As the plot thickens. 11. Murdered by pirates is good. Yeah, sure is, kid. I bet. But that 11 is under 16. So that means I got to place another chore out. We're about to lose. And I put it on 11 because that's where the number was on the card. And now it's time to start dealing with this because I got one left. If this gets spent and another one gets asked for, there's nothing here. We're gonna lose and have to start over again. So speaking of moving, Wesley's gonna move one space over here and spend a card. Discard a card, and let's get rid of this chore. Wesley may be in love, but he still has a job to do. No, I don't want to spend any more cards. Well, I mean, I can spend. No, that's going to be too far away. Well, actually, no. So I can spend a card to spend another card and get rid of that chore. Okay. And with one card left that he needs to hold on to, he needs another one of the adventure and then the courage. Then he's going to be ready to finish this, and we'll get this chapter done the way it's supposed to be done. I'm liking this. Oh, plot, right? Is that what I'm up to? Oh, no, drawer. I got to draw two cards. Intrigue, spendable, and revenge, spendable. Oh, I completed this. I get another one of these cards. I forgot about that. A nice MLT. A mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich when the mutton is nice and lean and the tomato is ripe. Draw 3 cards from the story deck, then discard 2 cards from your hand. Oh. Right, since I'm in the storytelling, I will use this, actually. So these are the 2 cards I would get rid of. Right, these are expendable to me. But I get to draw 3 cards. Whoop, damn it. I'll have to shuffle that again because I just saw that was card number 14. Sorry about that. We get 3. So you get a courage card. Ah, yes, an adventure card. Oh, this is working out well for me. So I'm going to take these three, and I have to discard two cards. I will discard those two cards. All right, and that's it. I need these because I need two. I need two adventure and one courage. And I've got a courage. I'm going to spend a courage and move over here. Okay, now draw two cards. Adventure and intrigue. Good. Excellent, Smithers. So now we're going to draw a plot card. If this is 14 again, I'm going to laugh. Number 8. Wait, just wait. This is going to go on spot number 8. And then we're back at the top. So we're going to move 2 spaces, or 2 1 space, but I'm going to choose to move 2. I'm going to go 1 2. I'm going to spend my intrigue card and get to fortune. Now I get to spend a courage card and 2 of my adventure cards. Ding, 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 ding. Seek fortune. Requires buttercup. Must be in the barn. Hello. And that Wesley on the to fortune space. Hello. You must have completed all other challenges. Bada bing, bada boom. I just put those down, so you've completed this chapter. Ding, 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 ding. Hear this now. I will always come for you. Ooh, and that is chapter 1 of The Princess Bride. And now, there's something else we should look into. Because this is a Friday night filler, and we're already in the half-hour mark, we are going to look at one last aspect of this game before pausing it, before we continue on another night. Maybe next Friday, maybe sooner. Not sure. But we do have this section in the rules called Bookmarking Your Game. So what this, I've not looked at this yet. This is the first time I'm going over this myself with you. So it says, if you want to pause the game, follow these steps. Number 1, finish your current chapter, then mark the next chapter in the book. I don't know how to mark it, but I know that this is all done, so we can get rid of all of this from on the board itself, and then we mark. This will be the next game, the next chapter that we do end up playing, and that is Chapter 2, Escape by Sea. Take all the players' hands. I got 1. This is it. Take all the players' hands. The story deck discard pile. Like this. And all the special cards that you've collected so far and shuffle them all together. Keep this separate from the special cards you haven't collected yet. Okay, shuffle them all. I only had 1 card in my hand. I have no special cards left. Shuffle them all together. Then this 1 card in with the rest of these for the discard pile is what it's talking about. Okay, so there. So take all the players' hands, the story deck, shuffle them, collect so far, and shuffle them all together. Keep this separate from the special cards you haven't collected yet. That would be the special cards we haven't collected yet. Place any miracles you have collected but not used with your story deck. I collected 1 and used 1, so there's nothing there. When you wish to resume your game, follow the initial setup, ignoring the part instructing you to remove the special cards in the story deck, then set up your next chapter and you're ready to go off. Okay. Taking place. Oh, and the story. I forgot. All of this is shuffled in. So those couple of special cards I got will be still available to me on the next game. That's awesome. My question is, how will I remember that that is my well, yeah, there's still only 2 decks. Okay, and I do have an extra bag, so that's fine. So I'm gonna take my special deck, my special story deck, and put that in over here. So I keep that separate when I'm putting everything else away. And then I'll put the rest of these cards together. And that'll be another way for me to remember that this is my story deck. And I don't have to change or do anything. So that's cool. I like the way they have this aspect for you to do a pause on the game. Because it will take you between 15 and obviously, as you see here right now, 30 minutes to play. So you might not have time to go through all, I think it's 6 chapters. But I had a lot of fun. That was a quick little game. It was a fun little game, and I look forward to trying this again. And I think maybe I might be able to get my wife to join in and try this as a 2-player game. But so there you go, Shogunstein. Thank you very much for joining me. Anyone else that's been watching or will be watching in the future, I want to thank you as well. So The Princess Bride by Ravensburger was the game played tonight, and that was fun. So yeah, if you like anything about it, go check out some more information. Inform yourself more about the game. But if you're a fan of Princess Bride, I think this game is at least worth playing. I had a lot of fun. So thank you very much. I'm your buddy Big John G for Two Gun Pixie Presents Legendary Gaming, and I am... Oh, tomorrow night is going to be Hero Quest. Out of here!